Hello and welcome to lesson 3 of the 50-30-20 rule. In this lesson, we're going to be talking about income changes by a percentage. In the last lesson, we had mentioned how changing by a dollar amount is essentially changing by a percentage. But now we're going to focus on just changing by a percentage. So when we change by a percentage, every single category dollar must change by the exact same percentage. So here in just a second, we're going to go through an example. So if we earn $5,000 per month, our needs, wants, and savings are $2,500, $1,500, and $1,000. So let's say we apply a 10% increase. So this is important right here, what we have going on right here. We have 5,000 times 1 plus 0.1. 0.1 represents the 10% increase. So this is the percent. 0.1 is 10%. And then we're adding it to 1. If we had a decrease, we would subtract it from 1, and this would be a minus sign. So we do 5,000 times 1 plus 0.1, which is 1.1. Plug that into a calculator, and we get 5,500. So then we'd take 5,500, we multiply it by 0.5, 0.3, and 0.2, and we get 2,750, 1,650, and 1,100. Now, if we take these numbers, we take 2,750, and we compare it up to our 2,500, we realize that it is just 2,500 times 1.1, that 1,650 is just 1,500 times 1.1, and that 1,100 is just 1,000 times 1.1. So let's go ahead and work through a couple of examples here. So we have 4,000 as our income, and we're going to add 25%. So that's going to be 4,000 times 1 plus 0.25, which is going to be 1.25, which gives us a new income of 5,000, which gives us needs at 2,500, wants at 1,500, and savings at 1,000. Okay, 2 more examples, and then that will be it for lesson 3. 5,500 at minus 20%. So we're going to do 5,500 times 1 minus 0.2. 1 minus 0.2 is 0.8. So we end up with 5,500 times 0.8, which is 4,400. Then we calculate the needs, wants, and savings of 4,400. We get 2,200 is half. 30% of 4,400 is 1,320. And then 20% is 880. All right, one more example, and then this is it for lesson 3. 3,000 at a 30% increase. 3,000 times 1 plus 0.3. So it's going to be 3,000 times, and then we have to add 1 plus 0.3 before we multiply. So 1 plus 0.3 is 1.3. So we do 3,000 times 1.3. This is 3,900. We multiply that by 0.5. We get 1,950. Multiply it by 0.3. We get 1,170. and then we do 3,900 times 0.2, we get 780. All right, that is it for lesson 3. Go ahead and move on to the next lesson, the next part of this lesson.